So, Caroline, we were totally left hanging, and you were not left hanging. You were left on the ground.
Oh, yes.
What do you think we might see next season without giving too much away?
I don't even have anything to give away because I really don't know. But I've been talking to Brian today. He gave me a few pointers in what direction we were going. I know that with everything that's happened to her in season 2, she has to be a changed woman, or else she would just quit her job. But she's not the kind that will quit. So I know that she probably carries a lot of shock still and guilt from what happened, and will probably want to change her way of working or her perspective on what she does. I really don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what state she's going to be in, because obviously she's broken everything in her body. But we do start a year after.
Right.
So maybe she will have healed a little bit. Maybe she'll be dead and be arriving in some stream. I don't know.
I thought you had a lot of, you were a very active character. You know, you weren't just standing by and you were moving around a lot. If you're injured, that would be difficult to play that same kind of role. So do you enjoy, how do you see your part in the whole cast changing, and do you enjoy how it's developed over the time so far?
That's a big question. I don't even know where to start. In season 1, she was the only one who made sure Will was going to be okay, because he was put into very dark places, and no one seemed to really care, but really make sure that he was going to be healthy through that whole process. In season 2, she was not caught between two men, but she was, I think, very protective and disappointed with what happened with Will, and knowing that she always wants to protect. Oh my God, it's been a big day. Sorry. Yeah, knowing that she always wants to fix a man, probably, or save a man, it would be the better word. She actually says it in the second episode, I want to save you. I think Hannibal was the rock that she knew she had never been with a man that was she didn't need to save. So I think it was a grown-up relationship in her mind, but maybe not completely heartfelt. And so I think in season 3 she will be a lot harder, which will be fun to play. But that's what I think is going to happen. God knows if Brian's going to go in that direction.
What was it like I want the show gets away with it.
I am amazed, because it feels like we're making a cable show on network, literally. We're getting those numbers too, the cable show network, the numbers. I think they have to sometimes dial down the redness of the blood, and they have to put everything in the shadows when it gets really gory, but we are getting away with it a lot. I never thought we would. So finally, that's what we need to do to tell the story properly. And if NBC wants to tell that story, so they've been cooperating.
Yes. Like filming that scene, because Alana probably had more of an emotional, really hard time during the process, more so than Will. So for the season finale, how was it getting to that character filming that particular scene?
What scene are you talking about?
When she finds out that Hannibal is in fact the serial killer, and then in the end you are
out the window.
Uninterpreted,
yes.
Defenestrated. You were defenestrated from the window.
I think she was in complete shock. I can't even imagine having to go through that. How your brain must go to try to grasp what just happened to you. And also, I think that scene is beautiful, where she explains that the black ink is getting inside her, like she's been poisoned, and every orifice, every pore in her body is feeling it come in. I think that's probably what a victim feels like when they've been this close to death, to torture. So what was your question?
That was it.
That was it, right? I thought I went like this, and then wait.
Do you know when you're going to start shooting season 3?
I think we start somewhere in October. But the beginning is going to be mostly about Hannibal and what he's up to a year after what he's left us with.
I was just reading, they said on the panel season 3 is going to be sort of season 3 and 4 broken up or something.
Yeah, I think the first part will be about what happened, and after that will be more like Red Dragon. We'll be starting into Red Dragon.
Adapting that story.
Yeah, Brian making it his own, the way she does it.
So a fun question for you.
Yay.
Do you think that Alana will keep adopting dogs, and what would you name them?
I don't know. We got applesauce from a fan.
That's pretty neat. Yeah.
It's cute, isn't it?
It is. It's a good
It's a really good name. I wish I had that idea for a dog if I had one. I don't know if she's gonna. Maybe she ought to get really like protective dogs.
Therapy dogs, right? Yeah.
Guard dogs, I would say. Yeah. Good
Oh,
idea.
boy. So what would you name one if you had the chance? If Brian let you name your own dog, would you, if you got another one?
My God, what would that be? That would need some time to come up with something really interesting. Nothing's popping up. Maybe Comic-Con. We can name the dog Comic-Con.
There you go. There you go.
The dog would
A
then
little
get a
comedy in her
complex,
life.
right?
Yeah, she needs it. Let's name the dog.
An homage to the fans, I guess. So.
Yeah.
How much input have you had into maybe certain personality traits or certain aspects of the character that were more from you and not just directions given to you about how to play her?
Well, Brian is open when we receive the scenes and there's something that we don't get or something that we don't feel our character would do. He's open to hearing us and adjusting so that we feel comfortable. So things like that have happened. I think everyone's been felt confident that they could write Brian. I don't know if I have a specific example. I don't remember. I don't have a specific example, but I remember when we were doing the scene in bed with Mass, and they were talking about the funeral and how sex can sometimes, you can feel the need for it after a funeral. I remember having that conversation with Ryan and saying, I think that came from a conversation that we had together. I said it feels almost like the need to be alive after death, after being so close to death, and I think that made its way into the script. So
That's really
things like that happen.
Having worked with Brian on Wonder Falls, I was wondering, how has that changed? How has he changed? How has your working relationship with him changed?
Well, on Wonder Falls was co-created by Brian and Todd Holland. So the two of them created the whole thing, and then we had a lot of writers. So Brian was there, but it wasn't like he's writing almost every episode of Hannibal. It's really his baby. So I'm getting to see Brian and emailing him much more on Hannibal than I did on Wonder Falls. So yeah, it's a very different scenario that way. Yeah. I think
I think that might be it. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
great rest of the